Are you ready to unlock shocking SEO secrets? Attend the 13th annual SEO Rockstars event on November 5th through 7th in Las Vegas. Struggling to get your site on the top of Google? Feeling overwhelmed with outdated tactics? Missing out on crucial traffic and leads? Imagine increasing revenue effortlessly. Join me and hundreds of SEO pros at SEO Rockstars 2024. Learn from industry legends like Jerry West, Ted Kobitis, Holly Starks, and more, sharing proven strategies that work. Hands-on workshops, actionable insights, and unparalleled networking. Limited spots are available. Don't miss out. Register today at SEOrockstars.net. Use code SEO Show or click the link below and get $200 off instantly. Ever wonder how to get your brand noticed? I found the answer with Magic PR. Thanks to Magic PR, my brand now reaches over 500 plus premium news and media outlets. I've seen my press release on MSN, AP News, Business Insider, Yahoo Finance, and many more. But it's not just about visibility. With Magic PR's unique SEO process, I've noticed incredible boost in traffic to my site and improved local and organic rankings. From crafting the perfect press release to building a powerful SEO campaign, Magic PR is always there for me. Want to experience the magic of PR? Try Magic PR just like I did and watch your business reach new heights. Whoops. Hey, what's up, guys? Let me see here. Let me make sure I get this. Oh. How do I get this overlay off? It's going crazy. All right. Here we are. What's up, everyone? We got Matt in the back already. Stefan, my man. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Hey, what's up, everyone? If you just tuned in, we got Matthew Mellinger in the back, and we'll be talking about Google Dirty's little secrets, anonymous queries. This is going to be a great one, guys. Matthew actually wrote a great blog article on this, and we want to go deep into it to make sure that we understand what's going on here. We have SEOgets in the live chat. Don't be shy, guys. I see a bunch of you out there. Say hi to the live chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Happy Friday, fellas. Thank you, Kenneth. Let's see here. We have Latanya. Hey, Dre and Matt. What's up, Latanya? So, Matt, are you going to SEO Rockstars?
I don't know yet. Not signed up yet.
Got it. So you said we actually crossed paths at SEO Spring Training?
Yeah. That was one of the first conferences that I've been to for SEO. So.
Oh yeah, that was a good one though. I mean, that's if you think about it. I mean, it's actually like one of the better. I mean, I wouldn't say better ones, but I mean, it's different than any other traditional conferences out there. You know?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was kind of more of the beginning of learning some of the more like advanced techniques, I guess I would say. So yeah, no, it was like drinking from a fire hose. Came back with a lot of notes to try things and test. So a lot of smart people, a lot of great connections there.
Yeah. SEO Rockstars is gonna be the same thing. So it's like it's where actually I started, like going to them virtually, just getting the videos, and I learned a lot. I mean, they've been around for like 13 years now, so yeah, a good one. If you guys are able to make it, check out SEOrockstars.net and use code SEO Show to get $200 off your ticket. All right, so guys, me and Matt actually met at. Or actually, we actually kind of started talking to each other. It's the Advise community. If you guys don't know, it's advise.so, I think.
Advise.so.
Yeah, advise.so. It's a great mastermind type community where you share a ton of great secrets and experiences. It's ran by Indexy. You know, if you guys don't know, Indexy is Jacky, and he has a co-founder as well. It's Sean, right? Sean?
Yep. Yeah, domain guy.
If you guys are just tuning in, we have Matthew Mellinger in, and we'll be talking about Google's dirty little secret. And if you got some time, we're going to talk about some local SEO tips and tricks because Matthew is all about local SEO. We have Natalie Pham here. Hello from the Bay Area. We're going to talk about anonymous queries. Stuff. So did you check out the questions I sent over? So we kind of like to help out the conversation? Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Everything makes sense?
Yeah. There's a couple that I think will be quicker answers, but then I think I'm going to be able to kind of dive off into a little bit more from that.
Okay, cool. Now, yeah, I want to, yes, I usually ask about, probably about 15 to 20 questions during the interview, but I kind of made it a little bit shorter so we can actually get into SEOgets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can save some time to get into SEOgets there.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? It's called SEOgets, right? Or SEO?
Yeah, SEOgets.
Okay, SEOgets.
Yeah, it's funny. The Guy, the other co-founder, who's the mastermind behind it, I asked him, like, where did you even come with this? He was looking for short words, because I'm like, it doesn't really mean anything. Like SEOgets, what? But got it, stuck with it, and it's worked. It's a easy branded search. And
Yep. Nice. We saw a few people come in here. We saw Kobe says, "Hi, Matt and Dre."
What's up, Kobe?
Ernesto says, yo. All right, guys, we got less than 2 more minutes to go. Be sure to get your questions ready and make sure they're on topic. We'll be talking about Google Search Console and anonymous queries, which is Google's dirty little secret with Matthew Mellinger. So be sure to get your notebooks ready. And then ask questions anytime, guys. I will address them in the order that I receive or when I can find a break to ask them. So go ahead and ask them anytime once we start the show.
Yeah, I saw you jumped in at least for a little bit on SEOgets. So it'll be...
Oh, yeah. I went in there because I have two profiles where I have 2 like Google Search Consoles, one for my clients and one for my own sites. So I put in both emails to just try and take a look at people. This is a really quick, love these quick insights. I haven't been able to play with the topic clusters and stuff like that. Hopefully you can kind of go through that.
Yeah.
Share them that good stuff. So.
Yeah, and one of the best parts is that you can actually combine both of those into one dashboard. Oh. So because you have it in 2 different places, you always have to be toggling back and forth. This allows you to see all of your sites in one place. So,
nice.
I mean, that's where agencies, they have like 8-10 different accounts. They can just connect them all. That's good love. So.
Cool. Victor says, what's up, guys? All right, we got 30 more seconds to go. So, hey, Matt, I'm going to go ahead and put you on mute right now. And then I'll introduce you about 8 minutes after the hour once I get through over some videos. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, brother.
Yeah. Hey, time to get it started, no delay, let's work. Wanna see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre De Vera, steady dropping knowledge. Over 15 years in the game, so he knows all about it. Master the art of SEO, you will be amazed. Time to get your brand off page to on page. Dropping knowledge, legendary for sure. Whether you're just getting started or self-employed entrepreneur. Yeah, let's go. Subscribe to the SEO video show. Hey.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the SEO Video Show where SEO is alive and fun. My name is Paul Andre De Vera, aka Dre, and I curate SEO videos released in the past week into about 1-minute clips. My favorite part of the show is when I get to introduce my guest, and my guest today is Matthew Mellinger of SEOgets. Before we get started, I want to say hi to everyone in chat. I see Victor, Maddox, Luther, Fletcher, Ernesto, Kobe, Natalie, SEOgets, Stefan, Matthew, Latanya, Kenneth. Wow, there's a bunch of you guys out there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Now let's get on with the show.
Hey Dre, why do SEOs love the farmer's market? Lots of organic content.
Google just released a video on how to make your website faster with 3 quick tips. Let's check this one out.
Try to reduce the usage of JavaScript, considering techniques such as code splitting to only load necessary parts of the code for each page, and content hashing to maximize caching of the files. While this tip will require help from your developers and is often not easy to do, it helps your users by making your website significantly faster usually. On to tip number 2, avoid unnecessary redirects. Now, some redirects are required, for example, if you change domains or your site structure has changed after a big migration. This tip is primarily aimed at the accidental redirects though. You can avoid those by checking your internal links to make sure they point to the new URL instead of the old one. This way, users won't have to go through extra network round trips and thus delays to get to your content. Last but not least, tip number 3 is to optimize your images. Optimizing images is a complex task, but here are a few links to help you get started. It ranges from something as simple as choosing the right image file format and compression settings to more complex changes like serving the right size for your user's device and responsive images.
I know we always say to make your website faster, but when it comes to ranking, check how slow your competitors are. I mean, there are some industries where the pages will load like 12 seconds to fully load. And if you're already faster than the top 10, you don't really have to worry too much about it. Okay, if you can't make your web page faster, why not try another site's faster loading pages with Parasite SEO? Jacky from Indexy shares his top parasites. Let's check this one out.
Reddit is by far number 1 right now. There are several people in the advised community who mentioned that they're making like 10K a month on Reddit commenting, which is insane. I am definitely not there. I just don't have time to do it, but I can see how it's super easy. It's just identify Reddit posts that are ranking and then just commenting if they're not locked, and commenting but not with a link in the beginning, and then going back and then edit in a link at a later time when no one's looking, kind of sneaky all like. But a couple days ago I mentioned that starting your own subreddit is kind of money right now. Yeah, like try it out. It's free, right? So make sure. A lot of people are like, hey Jacky, I just start a subreddit and then start posting and I got my ass clapped. Like, what do I do? Guys, you guys are posting like 50 articles a day. Can you just like relax and start using Reddit like a normal human being? It's like take time, all right? If all your posts are commercial, asking to get clapped. Quora, LinkedIn, and Medium are all clapped or being clapped as we speak. However, they still work on non-competitive keywords.
If you're into reputation management, then Parasite SEO is a great strategy to go. You can knock down those negative stories with optimized pages from these high authority websites. How can you make sure the exact domain sticks by Charles Taylor on SEO Fight Club? Let's check this one out.
I actually experienced this one when I was at an e-commerce site years ago. We had an exact match domain. We ranked number 1 for our keyword, which was the domain. And then one day we stopped ranking number 1. We went down to like 5 or 6. It wasn't huge, but that's a big jump from number 1. We had another domain at the same time that was an exact match, and it did not change. What we noticed is that the other one it was a costumes one, that had a knowledge panel, and our other one did not. So we immediately started building out social media profiles. We started basically building out the entity so that Google knew, oh no, this is our brand name. This isn't just a spammer. And we saw as we did that over the next year, it took about a year, we slowly started drifting right back up. But it took a while for Google to understand that that was a brand name. So to your point, Lee, I think having exact match is still worth it. There is a point where Google will say, well, wait a minute, are you an exact match or a brand? I would suggest just build up brand signals for your exact match.
I'm a huge advocate on branding and interlinking your entities to create your knowledge graph for your company. I feel branding is more important than ever, especially with AI. I mean, if you want the AI to pick up your brand, be sure to start getting more brand mentions. Speaking of brands, a personal brand is just as important. What demonstrates an effective personal brand management? Jason Barnard explains. Let's check this one out.
And that's the point, is when you can get to the point where live on air I can say, just Google me and you'll find me and you'll know exactly how you can engage with me. That's great personal brand management.
Bravo.
I like.
Bravo. I mean, but literally, it's not you're just selling it, you're proving it works.
Yeah, walking the walk. But that's what we tell our clients. That's also how you beat the algorithms. You beat the algorithms by walking the walk with your audience, engaging with them in a manner that makes sense to them, that solves their problems in the right places, and the machines will see it and emulate, replicate what you're doing with your human audience. It's really simple.
My personal brand was my career insurance. I was laid off a couple years ago and started consulting. As my clients grew, I needed an SEO platform to help me manage my clients and optimize them. I have to say, Search Atlas has freed up a lot of my time with its auto AI, and the results have been amazing. I mean, check this out. We can see here. Cut to this right here. Check this out. I mean, in about a month, I was able to increase my rankings for a personal injury lawyer in a very, very competitive market. So be sure to check out Search Atlas if you are a consultant or an agency. Okay, this brings me to my favorite part of the show. Please ask questions, and I'll address them in the order that they're received. And so let's go ahead and introduce Matt. Hold on right quick. Matt has been doing digital marketing for over a decade. He's the owner of Local SEO Partners. He aims to build genuine, lasting relationships with local business owners. He is the co-founder of SEOgets. Please welcome Matthew Mellinger. Matthew, my man, welcome to the show.
What's up? How's it going?
Everyone, let's give a round of applause. All right, Matthew. This is the first question I ask all my SEO professionals that come on here. In 1 minute or less, how does Matthew get ranking on page 1 of Google?
Simple approach that kind of goes across the board, match and exceed. It's just been consistent. You look at what's ranking for the SERP, the intent that you want. You look at their backlinks. You look at their anchor texts for keywords, for internal linking. You look at the top 3 for the intent that you're serving, and then you basically compile the best pieces of all 3 into a better article that serves that intent even better. You do that and you build backlinks, you're going to rank.
Love it, love it. First knowledge bomb of today. Hold on, let's rewind this quick. Hold on. Take us way back to about 10 years ago, over a decade ago. You got into SEO. Please tell us your journey.
Yeah, so started a long time ago, more in just the media, the side, video, photography. Started working with marketing agencies from the other side of the content brand. And then over time started working with web developers and just kind of fell into the web space. It was more, definitely more of general web design and development when we started. And it just kind of continued down until like SEO just becomes inevitable if you're actually trying to drive tangible results for clients. And it definitely suited my strengths and our team's strengths a lot more. So it's kind of how we fell into SEO.
Love that. Sounds like the same journey I had. I mean, I was a photographer and then web developer and then got into SEO. I mean, it was just like a natural progression when you were into doing that stuff, especially like years ago. Okay, so what actually made you interested in SEO?
Yeah, I think it's a big game. I love being a problem solver. That's always been kind of like where I love looking at things. And SEO is literally that. I mean, it's a fluid algorithmic game. There's only one person ranking number 1. It's always moving. And so it's like, you got to stay on your toes. You got to build, you got to try things, you got to experiment, you got to build systems that, again, accomplish the goals. And so, yeah, it's fun for me. Like I'm an analytical person to start with. And so like at SEO, it's just analytics. It's a lot of just understanding and perceiving numbers into stories, taking those stories into actions. And so that's kind of where I just love SEO. So.
Love it, love it. Okay, so I want to get into like how you learn it. How'd you learn it? I mean, I actually recently saw you at a conference over at SEO Spring Training. I mean, but take us to like back to like over 10 years ago until even today. Of like how are you learning SEO or like in some of your resources?
Yeah, so I'm a little bit younger in the specifically SEO. I've probably been doing specifically SEO for like maybe 2 years, like for just SEO. Started with the SEO blueprint from Glenn Alsop. Still recommend that as just a solid foundational. Like he only opens up the course like twice a year or something like that, but I mean that's just a fantastic course. And then really I've been learning a lot from like Twitter. That's actually been my go-to source. Just follow a bunch of guys. Jacky's one of them, but there's a lot of guys on there that just continue to drop knowledge bombs, and like you kind of have to pick the pieces as they'll say one thing. You're like, wait, what did you mean by that? You'll have to go and then do the research behind it. But Twitter has been where I've been getting most of my information from. Again, with SEO evolving so much, it's harder to find. Like a lot of YouTube content is like from 3 years ago. A lot of times that ranks for these terms, and it's like, yeah, I don't think it works quite the same way. So Twitter's obviously very fresh, a lot of hot takes, a lot of conversations. Yeah, a lot of drama. I mean, you get entertainment. It's entertainment and education at the same time. So it's a win-win.
Love it. Okay, let's fast forward to today. I mean, right now you actually run an agency, and you also have a piece of software that we'll talk about later on. But can you tell us how you got your journey led to those two avenues?
Yeah, so Local SEO Partner started again as a web design development agency for the attractions industry, and we were just doing like more big project builds, $15,000 to $25,000 for a website, redesign, redevelopment, but then we would just start on a small retainer. And it was hard for me to justify an ROI. Like they spend this money, we improve the brand experience, we improve the user experience. It probably has an improvement in conversion rates, but they didn't care about that. So it was really just kind of like a vanity for these companies that like it's definitely good, but like it was hard to track that this has a 3 times return on investment. So we are not a creative team. I have the creative talent of like a 2-year-old. I'm a very technical person. And so it was like, why are we spending all of our time, resources, outsourcing design and then building it when we can just focus more on driving easier results? So we kind of pivoted down into just local SEO altogether with local SEO partners. And then we're like, okay, let's pivot down even further. So we kind of got into the home remodeling space. And we've been enjoying that. We've been doing that for a little while now, and it's nice because you just get to reuse backlink resources, you get to reuse directories, site structure. Like you get to test things on 1 or 2 sites, and then be able to implement those results across. So we found that niching down has been fantastic. And so we're a small boutique agency, local SEO agency, and then I was looking at tools at the beginning of the year. And SEOgets was in beta development. It was actually free. And so I kind of jumped in and loved it. It was like month 1 or month 2. And the co-founder or the co-founder Guy, was building it for himself. It was just a personal project. And so I reached out to him and said, hey, would you be willing to sell it to our company? And he's like, no, I kind of want to build this. I kind of want to grow it. And I was like, okay, would you partner with me on it? So I'll do the product development. I have an agency. I'm one of your users. Would you be interested in a partnership? And so we quickly did a month trial where I worked with him for basically for free at like saying, hey, let's try this out. No risks for you. Did really well. And then we've just kind of been working together since. So I get to be the stupid guy who just says, hey, can we have this or build this? Or I like this, but can we do this? And Guy is a top tier developer. I don't think I realized how good he was until I've talked to other developers who are like, yeah, the software is really good. The way he does things is really good, and he's really fast. So it's been a really cool partnership that kind of fell into my lap when discovering it.
Excellent.
All right. Let's get into the topic of today: anonymous queries. All right, anonymous queries. Can you let's get into can you explain what anonymous queries are and why they create a gap in SEO data for site owners?
Yeah, so it's probably one of our most common questions in support, where people will come in. And so one of our features is you can tag your brand name, and it gives you a brand percentage of how much of your traffic is branded versus non-branded. And there's a filtering in branded. And so what happens is, say a site in the last month has 500 clicks, and the branded search, like you will filter by your branded search, and it will filter down. It'll say there would be 200 clicks for branded search. And then they'll do non-branded, and it'll be 100 clicks for non-branded. And they're like, wait, 200 plus 100 equals 500. Wait, what's the issue here? And so that's how it plays out. That's how a lot of people ask the questions. That's the most common way that people realize, because I've talked to so many people that don't even know anonymous queries are a thing in Google Search Console. So Google actually has it in the documentation. We wrote the kind of a case study. We took 10 sites and documented what percentage of queries are actually hidden. And so one of the things that was really interesting in doing that was we were able to pull out some of the things. But in that, Google actually has, we linked to it, a blurb that says, anonymous queries are those that aren't issued by more than a few dozen users over a 2 to 3 month period. To protect privacy, the actual queries won't be shown in the search performance data. This is why I referred to them as anonymized queries. While the actual anonymized queries are always omitted from the tables, they are included in the chart totals unless you filter by query. So basically they're saying any kind of long tail keyword that doesn't get a lot of volume or a lot of clicks, they basically are saying, I don't know, there was a long time ago where you could target people by an individual. There was an old article where it's like a Facebook ad was able to target a specific user. And so like the idea behind this is to protect the privacy of like very long detailed queries that aren't getting a lot of search traffic. So obviously sites that are smaller are going to have more of these queries that are going to be lower volume. And whether or not that exact metric is true or accurate, I've seen a lot of queries are anonymized. Again, you look at the branded, non-branded. When we did the study, we saw that sites had anywhere between 0%, which they actually showed 0% of the clicks that were shown, up to 88% for a site that I think had like over 1 million clicks. But that was the highest we got. We never had anyone above 90% in terms of showing the query data in the table. So basically what they're saying is, up at the top, you'll see the number of clicks and impressions. That is supposedly supposed to be pretty accurate to the number.
Okay.
But then you go down below, and if you export that table, you add up all of the numbers in the column for clicks, it will not equal that number. And that's kind of what anonymous queries are. And the more you filter down in Search Console, the more the actual number up in the chart will change as well. So it will display the accurate anonymized query number as opposed to the total number of queries. So filtering at the query level will give you more insight into that level, but it's never completely accurate.
Love that. Okay. So what other metrics? So you're looking at queries, right? But are there any other metrics that others SEO should focus on in GSC to like reveal some gaps caused by these anonymous queries?
Yeah, and that's where I realized coming out of this case study that the page level is actually where you can get the best information.
Okay, page level.
They don't hide clicks at the page level. And so again, if you're looking at this and you're saying, hey, we had a huge increase in clicks, and a lot of times people are going to go, what queries drove those clicks? And so they go and they look, and they'll get a picture of anywhere normally between 20 to 60% of the actual queries that drove those clicks. Whereas if you go to the page level, you now are able to see 100% of this page drove all those clicks. And now you can understand why did those pages drive those clicks. But one of the things that people like analytics and Search Console data, as well as a lot of the third-party data is supposed to be not used in a very exact metric. So people will say, hey, we drove 500 clicks, and we're going to try to see exactly what query or keyword drove those clicks. And the issue with that, again, is that you're playing a game of limited information. Like you're looking at a percentage of what is accurate. And so The thing that I like to look for is, if you're looking at the query level, is to look for trends and patterns, but more so looking at it holistically. I think SEOs, and I'm obviously newer than a lot of people that have been experienced in SEO, but I know that there was, for a long time, it was very much target a singular keyword, write a content to serve that keyword intent based off of low difficulty, high volume, things like that. And I think that it's slowly changing. I think there's been a shift in the last, I don't know, but more to looking at silos and content maps and clusters, looking at intents holistically, and then letting the keywords come. The clicks will come based off of answering queries and specific queries and the user intent, as opposed to like trying to pinpoint exact keywords. I think Google is becoming smart enough to understand that I still try to put keywords in the H1 title tag, things like that make sense, but at the same time creating an understanding of interlinking to other pages and making sure that intent, even outside of keyword research, is just answered properly. And so your pages, your SEO is viewed as at a page level, and so do the same thing, view your website at the page level.
Love that. So you mentioned in your study, like there's some data discrepancies between GC and like third-party tools. I mean, so how should SEOs interpret these gaps and make informed decisions?
Yeah, it's interesting. So like Ahrefs, SEMrush, I think Search Atlas does it too. Like they're all looking at third-party data. Now the thing with some of them is they're actually trying to pull in, like when you connect your Google Search Console, and I'm just going to speak about Ahrefs because I know this, they've actually confirmed it. But when you connect your Google Search Console to their platform, which helps validate your app, they actually are taking your data to enrich their third-party data, which personally I don't like connecting, so that they can use that so my competitors can have better insights into my data. But third-party data as a whole is to be used for competitor analysis. If I'm looking at my own website, I'm really never going to Ahrefs for keyword research or for like click data, just because you have your own analytics tool, which whether it's GA4, Plausible, whatever you want to use there, and you have Search Console. There's really no need to go there for keyword research, because again, Search Console first-party data is always going to be a lot better informed. In that table that we created, we published all of our data for that case study. And I mean, one example is like, if I look at SEOgets for Ahrefs, they say we're getting 80 clicks a month. And I think last month we received close to like 400, 500, 600 clicks. So you're looking at like 10%. Obviously, with more volume, I've found that those third-party metrics are really bad at like the lower sites. Local sites are terrible. They say they get no traffic, and I know a lot of these sites get a lot of local traffic. But again, that's coming through Google Business Profile and these other places. So when I look at my own site, I'm always going to Search Console and Analytics to look again at the page level. If I'm looking at competitors, I'm just looking for inspiration, right? What are pages that are performing well? And even if the keyword metrics aren't perfect, it's giving me inspiration and ideas to, do I serve that intent? I don't. Okay, I should probably go create a page for that. So,
got it. So you, like going back to like going down to like page level is like it's the best way to go, right? So like so like how can SEOs take advantage of like this page level to data to overcome like query level gaps, like GC causes? Like how can we do that? How can we figure this out?
Yeah.
Of the anonymous queries.
Yeah, and again, it kind of goes back to like the whole thing of like anonymous queries lets us know, if you're informed of it, you understand that this is an incomplete picture. So looking at the page level, you can understand what content is actually performing and what's not. And so like one of our tools that we have is like a heat map overview, and it shows over time pages according to how they perform up or down, have their heat sensitive. So like you're able to see, hey, this page was doing really well, and then it started to drop. And so I want to look at that page and understand, hey, did I lose keywords? Did I lose queries? What did I miss this? And again, going back to the fact of like, say if I'm filtering by a page and say, why is this page taking a loss? And I see that this page, this query say it was ranking for branded keywords. That's a page, right, that we have. And it says that we lost 500 clicks. Now, we may have actually lost more than 500 clicks for that query, because again, I'm looking at a percentage of the query. But what I do know is that it's going down, and I can see the ranking is decreasing. So regardless of the exact number of clicks, I'm not looking at it as like, oh no, we lost 400 clicks a month. I'm looking at it as we're losing clicks per month. This page needs to either be re-optimized or better serving that intent, or I need to go create another page that actually answers that intent better.
Got it. So I mean, so how are you finding the opportunities? I mean, like, what are the anonymous? I mean, are you able to figure out which anonymous? Like, are you able to make known the unknown, like the anonymous query, with this method?
Again, not really. With the Google API, we're actually able to we get more information than going directly through Search Console.
Okay.
But it's a minimal percent better. I think, again, the thing is if you're trying to find all these anonymous queries, you're looking for the pennies in the weeds, where like you should be focusing at the bigger picture. And so the content that is ranking, the queries, again, say your query, I like sorting by impressions, and say that it says I have 5,000 impressions for a query, but I'm not getting clicks. Well, I would try to look and understand why I'm not getting clicks. And it doesn't matter the number, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000, like it's still understanding that that's a query that I'm getting impressions. I'm obviously being served, but I'm not getting clicks. And so I need to understand how to optimize content. And so basically it's stop looking at the exact number. The number is relative, and it may be more, it may be less. But the point is that you're trying to basically, all of analytics is like, if you were to say the number 500 without any context, makes no sense. Is it 500 clicks, 500 impressions, 500? Like it has nothing without a story. And so you're trying to understand what actions can I take from these analytics that actually lead to improved clicks, which should ultimately lead to improved revenue. And I think, like, as SEOs, I've seen a lot of people get so drawn in clicks, and like everything's about clicks, and the clicks are going up. And I've seen a lot of clients that we've taken on or that we've talked to, consulted for, that have thousands of clicks, and it's for a generic term that they're a local business and they're ranking for, like, can I smoke weed when going to a dentist? And I'm like, that doesn't get you any more revenue. These clicks are vanity. And so understanding that the big KPI that SEOs should be tracking is, again, the return on the investment. Like, is the clicks driving customers that drive revenue? Otherwise, it's vanity.
Oh yeah. Show
100%.
me the money. All right, so let's get into, like, okay, so now we understand, like there's the anonymous queries that should be looking out for. So this is where it comes in. SEOgets come in, and this is something where you're able to find some gaps in the query data that can lead to, like, actual insights. So can you, like, kind of give us, like, an if you can, like log in and, like, show us, like, what is, how people get an idea of, like, how you're solving this problem with SEOgets and finding these actionable insights that we can take action on.
Yeah, let me make sure. Let me see how to share screen.
And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the live chat, and I will ask them as in the order that they are received.
There we go.
All right, so you got.
Boom. Can you see my screen all right?
Yep, we sure can.
Yeah. So this was the article we're talking about, and then you can see all the data in here itself. But jumping into SEOgets, this is basically SEOgets was built for SEO agencies, consultants, and affiliates that have multiple sites. Basically, like you said, Dre, you have 2 Google Search Console accounts. And so right now, if you go into Search Console, you have to toggle between the 2. You have to go find a site, go here, you're gonna have to go back up in here, change it, go click, and it just takes so much time and it's annoying. So the nice thing about SEOgets, the first thing is this master dashboard that people love. I only have a handful of sites on this demo account, but I think I have like 60 on the other one. And so what the cool thing is that you connect as many Google Search Console accounts as you want. It's done on the front end. And so unless you are believing that Google's tracking it at the Chrome level, it's going to be no different than viewing your accounts in the same Chrome browser. So basically, a lot of people don't want to connect. Say I have 2 sites here and I have 2 personal sites. I don't want my personal sites in the same Google Search Console as my work sites. And so this allows you to be able to jump through all the analytics quickly and easily without having them tied or connected to each other. The other nice thing about this is that people like is that, say I have, again, 300 sites and I don't want to see a lot of these. We have the ability to kind of customize this dashboard so that I can toggle, you can create tags. And so if you have personal sites or different niches or different categories, this allows you to create your own tag system to manage your site. Again, this really pays off when you have dozens or hundreds. I mean, I think we have a couple of users that have thousands of sites, which that's chaotic in of itself, but all the more power to you. But they're able to tag and create different things here. Again, you have a lot of the cool stuff that you can brand. You can see what are branded traffic right here from the dashboard. You can change. The other thing that people like is being able to see it at the week and the monthly level to smooth these graphs out. And so that in the basic point is the master dashboard. People, again, like the ability to combine all of their search consoles into one place. When I jump into an individual dashboard, that's kind of where a lot of the content optimization magic happens. So this is where when you start, you jump in here and you can set your settings. So creating the branded keywords, again, allows you to quickly toggle between branded and non-branded traffic. The topic clusters is basically keyword tracking, but it's again at the contains level. So we'll kind of talk about that, but basically what it allows you to do is, instead of tracking a certain keyword, I'm tracking any keyword or query that contains this phrase, content group, or whatever you have. The content groups is kind of what we were talking about, of like understanding that you're not trying to track an individual query, you're trying to track a silo of content to make sure that everything contains. So the cool thing is you can come in here and you can create conditional statements. So say this is Dre test, and I want to tag all my feature pages. So right there, all I had to do was this. And so now what I can do is I can track all of my feature pages as one group. So I'll do that there. The other fun thing is that you're able to create a shareable link that you pop this open and say you have a consultant or someone you want to share this with quickly and easily. This is a public link that if you jump into incognito, they're able to kind of see it here and they're able to play with it. So
like a client, you can share it's like a client for a client.
Yes.
Share that with them. Okay. Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
And so then going into this main dashboard, again, up here, we have kind of our main filtering abilities up here. So you can toggle again your 4 clicks, impressions, click-through rate, and average position. One of the things that people love about this is we can create annotations. So again, right here, you can see this huge jump in traffic. And it's like, why? I was able to create an annotation that said, hey, we moved WordPress to his CMS, and then we published a blog. So this blog was published right here. Now, I bet you if I go...
I'm curious, what you actually do there? What happened there? You said you were on WordPress, then you went to another...
Yeah, so I don't think that was what led to this huge jump, because we started to see the growth beforehand, and then this jump was from this blog. So this one blog post had the jump. But what I can do now is I can see the history of, okay, we moved this, we removed this page, we did this. So if I do something on this page, I can click right there on the page. And what happened? We added 3 blog pages. And then you can insert the URLs right in here or whatever notes you want. So examples, we changed the site structure, or again, the features post, or this is a good example. So we updated the branded keyword feature page right here. What I'm going to do is come into this query, the filtering. And again, if you like to find answers, you can dive deep into multi-conditional regex without needing anything. So I'm able to come in here and say, I want this, but doesn't contain this and equals or matches this. So I'm able to build these up real quickly and easily to find very specific answers into how things are performing. But going back to the branded keyword, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to just type contains brand keyword. And so I can see right here, we updated this page, and once that happened, we started to receive an increase in clicks. Again, minimal, but at the same time, so August 5th, I'll come in here and I'll do 08, 05, and we've had 24 clicks. Now, again, this number is accurate because we're looking at the page level.
Okay.
But if I come over here to look at the queries,
Yeah.
hey, what queries did this page get? It's only showing me one query right here.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And so if I come here, I can see that I'm getting a lot of impressions for branded keywords, but it's saying I had 0 clicks. Non-branded keywords, 0 clicks. So that is an example of what anonymous queries are. I have 24 clicks and it's showing me what page it went to, but it's not going to tell me anything about what the actual keyword was that allowed me to get the clicks. So that's how you're understanding that. Obviously, this change to this website worked, or to this page worked. We had a 380% growth in clicks. We went from 5 clicks in that same time period to 24 clicks. That's 19 more clicks. So that is how I'm looking at analytics, as an understanding of, did a change to a page or to a silo improve? Obviously, like, this is growing. And so looking at these queries is a little bit different than looking at the pages. So I've tend to find myself looking a lot more at the page level than the query level, in understanding of, are these things working or not? So kind of jumping into this, one of the cool things that I love to do, and a little trick, is, say, again, we created that feature page right here. So all of the pages in this graph are just my feature pages.
Yep.
And so now my question is, well, what other feature pages should I create? I can come into my filter. I type this people also ask filter, and now I'm going to sort by impressions. So I've found that these terms, these questions, I'm ranking in the 30s, 40s, 41s, 15s. So I know that these are getting some impressions. Now, again, is it getting exactly 219 impressions and 0 clicks? I don't know. But what I do know is that this is obviously something that I should be making sure I answer. So what is branded traffic? I come to this page right here, I pop it open, and what is branded search traffic? Okay, so I've answered that question properly. I don't need to worry about it. Now, if I go to a page and that is actually what I did to improve this page for branded keywords.
Nice.
So basically, I filtered by this page. I found all of these questions. What is branded search traffic? And this page used to be like this, and I think it just had like this. And I came in here and I basically added 1, 2. What are some examples? What are some examples of non-branded? What is distinguishing branded? Why is it important? I just added these 4 sections, and it resulted in, again, a large increase in clicks. Now, is the actual volume of clicks to this low? Yes. We're actually working on content for this page so that we'll be able to share it better. There's not, again, the website is new, and so content creation is just starting, but that's just one example of seeing how making minor tweaks to content optimizations of what Google's already saying you should serve allows for a growth in clicks.
Love that.
So they have the filters here. Again, if I want to see quickly, so again, these numbers here, 9 clicks, 14 clicks, 10 clicks. The thing is that when I filtered by these queries, these numbers may not be perfect. I may have received 100 clicks this day and I only saw 63. But what I can see is that we had a spike here and a spike here. And so my question is, why? Like, those are the questions I want to ask. Oh, I hopped on Dre's video SEO show and we saw a huge spike in branded traffic. We should probably do that again. Like, does the number 65 actually matter here? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't to me. And so that's where looking at Search Console data holistically, instead of like trying to count clicks, like, oh, this click is getting this many, Google indexing is getting 4 clicks. Well, that may or may not be true. We don't know that. That's just what Google is showing us. So one of the cool things is in the settings, we did topic clusters and content groups. Again, being able to quickly filter in and out. So my blog, I can toggle this, and now I can see that right here. Remember we talked about that blog page was added.
Yep.
And now we can see the growth in clicks. So what I should probably do is keep creating blog posts. I mean, that's an obvious answer, but like that's kind of what you're able to use in the content group. So a lot of people use it for like city pages. If you have localized pages, you can group them all together. You can group feature pages, blog pages. And the cool thing is you're able to build those pages down here in this conditional statement. So you can even say, if I just want these pages and I know these are the pages I want to target, I can just do matches batch, 16 pages, and this is my content group. So I can call this
again. Maximum limit on the amount of pages we can track, or?
Yes, there's a character limit with the Search Console API. I think it's like 4,000 characters. And so one of the tricks to that is, again, you don't need the SEOgets and all these. And so you can just have this and it still matches there. So yes, if we've had a couple people say, like, I want to track 100 pages and it only can do 60 of them. We've had them kind of create two groups of like 60 pages and 40 pages and called it Group A and Group B.
Okay, just add it.
And just add it like that. So again, it's always easier if you can do, like, if I'm trying to target 100 pages, it's always, if I can do contains blog and say my blog has 100 pages because of the site structure, that's obviously the best way to do it, because this can be as many pages in the category. It's just when you're creating the content group. So you have that. And then again, we can go, so the last 28 days, I can come in here and I can see which content groups are growing. So these are all growing and this is decaying. This is going down over the same time period. I can do previous period or year over year. And then going down to pages and queries, you can pop these open. And one of the nice things with larger sites is that Search Console limits you at 1,000 rows. Whereas if we come down here and we do our export, it allows up to 50,000 rows. So if you have over 1,000 pages or if you have over 1,000 queries, our API allows you to get more data out of that.
So you say 50,000? 50?
Yes, up to 50,000 rows. Yeah, as opposed to 1,000.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is 50 times more. And a lot of sites, it won't really have that same impact. But at the larger site level, it definitely can give you more information. Kind of last thing that is really nice on the content optimization is kind of these reports. This is where you can see some really cool insights. So like if I come into here, and so striking distance keywords.
Okay, so there's click on reports, striking distance. Okay.
Yep. And say I want to find all queries or keywords that are ranking between 4 and 20, because I know that what is Google Search Console. Now what I can do is I can open this up right here with this little search on Google. I pull this open and I see that the number 1 spot is not Google. Number 2 spot is Google, but number 3 is not Google, which means that I have a chance at ranking for this. DR 57, DR 82. But what I can now do is say, well, what page is ranking for that right now? I have a glossary page right here, Google Search Console. So this is what I've created. And then if I go and look at their page and see what they've created, I know, hey, what is my page? What doesn't my page have that their page does have? Okay, I'm going to go and take, again, match and intent. I'm going to go and take the top 3 results, 1, 2, and probably 3. And I'm going to go find the best questions and answers, and I'm going to go answer them better on my page. I'm going to give them more resources. I'm going to answer the question better, more concise, more detailed. And that will allow me to better rank for these kinds of terms. So you can sort it by clicks, impressions, click-through rate. This is where you can find a lot of opportunities. So what does seed keyword mean? So did I answer that question properly here? Content group, blah, 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 blah. Again, I'm showing you for this exact website, but it's really helpful with localized questions and terms like that. The other thing that this was just actually released today. So it's still very much in the learning stages, but this, and I'm going to try and see if I can, oh yeah, I'm on this one. Yeah, there's nothing else kind of big here. So this allows you to see, the heat map over the last 12 months and seeing, again, this page started to go up and then we started to decrease.
Okay,
so
take a look at it.
My question is, why
Yeah.
did we go down here to here?
Yep.
Was it because we were on less podcasts, we were driving less attention, less branded? It's my homepage. It's probably gonna be a lot of branded search, but this allows me to kind of see, and the cool thing is you can kind of toggle this down depending on the volume. So again, my roadmap here, okay, that's not really, but like this blog, this went up, and then it just disappeared.
Yep.
Well, why did this page disappear? Did I 301 redirect it? Did it get de-indexed somehow? Did the content fall out for a really high volume keyword that I should probably go and re-optimize for? That's how you can use this heat map over a long period of time. Again, looking not at the query level, looking at the page level first to identify what pages are performing and which pages aren't performing. And then you can go and find information about, well, this is why. So there's that report. We have the keyword cannibalization, again, that allows you to see a lot of times, especially if you're taking over a site that has years and years of blogs. I've had 2 or 3 agencies say that they've used this and they're like, yeah, you can come here and you can quickly see that we have keyword density and keyword extractor. If these were 2 live pages that were page 404. So that means maybe I should 301 redirect this to this page, or figure out, is there backlinks? So obviously the keyword cannibalization means how many impressions is this getting? And then how many pages is it ranking for? And now in this case, I open this up and I can quickly see, okay, this is the same page. And it's now redirect. So I don't need to worry about this problem anymore.
Got it.
And you can just come down through here and find opportunities for cannibalization issues that can be combined by combining content. We've had a lot of people really like that tool. And the click-through rate benchmark is just kind of what it sounds. It's basically, hey, if you're averaging this position by Google standards, you should probably be getting around a 6.6% click-through rate. Well, you're getting a 7.1. Why is that? Or you're down here and Google indexing script, we're supposed to be getting a 9% click-through rate, but we're getting a 6.1.
When you say supposed
what is the
to,
issue?
Why are we supposed to? Like,
so that's just based off of benchmarks.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, again, it's only supposed to give you information that you go and do research. Now, obviously, benchmarks like this click-through rate is going to drop as AI overviews start coming out. And so this is just to let you know, it's like, hey, when I open up this term right here, is this title and meta description good? Get indexed in hours, no tricks, blah, 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 blah. Do I need to create more context? Like this title is really short. Can I add something to this title to make it more descriptive of what I'm actually trying to serve and solve? That may be a reason that the click-through rate is low. So it's, again, this is probably the one I use the least because, again, it is very subjective based off of each SERP is very different. But again, it really comes down to a handful of things. People love the annotations. You can see right here the Google core updates. Again, there have been times where like, oh, the chart went way up, and then you just hover and it's like, oh, that was a core update. That wasn't anything I did. I just sat there. So there's those. And then one of the big things that people love about our app is that we actually include unlimited websites, unlimited search consoles, and unlimited users for the price, for which is less than $1 a day.
Love it.
So agencies, I mean, we have some agencies that probably have 20, 30, 40 users on a subscription that costs them $30 a month. Like you're talking pennies for a tool that is able to be shared. And so it's easy to share certain accounts with our user sharing. And then obviously, like you said, Dre, in your case, it's like, hey, we have 2 different Google Search Console accounts. Let's combine it all into one dashboard. We can manage it, tag it, and use it.
So just put more emails in there. I can put more than one email for each account. Okay. Yeah. I think I set up 2 different accounts.
Yes. Yeah. So you can combine that into one account and you can set up as many emails as you want. I mean, we have some people that have 8, 9, 10 different Search Console accounts. There's one guy who does rank and rents who does not want any site to be connected with any other site.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he's got like probably 15 or 20, 25 different Search Console accounts.
Okay.
And so he's able to view them all in here because, again, it's just connected on the front end, and the API is pulling it separately.
Love it.
All of the information separately. So, it's a safe way to kind of keep things separate, but then be able to not have to jump into all these different accounts to view them. So,
got it.
That's kind of the overview. You have the other thing that people like is the privacy blur here. So if I want to come in here and I want to take a screenshot of bragging about how we did, be able to come in here and just everything's blurred. You can take your screenshot and move on. So
that looks good. So let's get you back on screen here because we actually got a question here from the audience. While you're coming back on, Brian asked, keyword cannibalized in tool, run that by us again. Best results in local in your tool. Hold on. Keyword cannibalized in tool, run that by us again. Best results in local in your tool.
So the keyword cannibalization, best results in local. I can pull it back up. Let's see here. Jumping around.
And guys, go ahead and ask your questions really quick because we're running close to the end of the show. So go ahead and ask your questions before I ask my last question.
Yeah, so let me see if I can pull this up. So this is a newer site for us.
Reports.
Yeah, it's not going to have anything here.
Because it was pretty cool. So when you click on each keyword, you can see if it's multiple pages are ranking for the same keyword, then you can either make a decision to. So this one.
Yeah. So here's an example at local, and again, this is our website that we don't really do a lot of local SEO for. Mm-hmm. But here's two examples of a local search that Lakeshore Local SEO is having the about and the contact us page getting similar positions and similar impressions, which means that Google doesn't know which one of these to serve. Okay. Again, in that case, it's kind of a weird one, but SEO Lebanon, Tennessee, same thing here. So like the about us page is performing better than this page, which this would probably be the page that I would want to perform because the about us doesn't really solve this inquiry. I'm working on a couple more public, I'm trying to get like this Cookville home remodel. This is only like a month or two old, but I'm trying to get more public case studies so I can show it actually in use because a lot of our agency clients, we can't show the data. But again, we found opportunities in this keyword cannibalization where I think you're just cool. Looking.
Yeah, I think it's because it's a quick view and just kind of click on it and see what's ranking, and then easily you don't have to jump back from pages to pages because when you're doing this in Google Search Console, it's like you have to really like hop around and move things around. So let's go ahead and so we have pretty much at the, close to the very end of the show. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and ask them. But I'm going to ask my last question to ask all my SEO professionals that come on here. If someone wants to get into the SEO game, become an SEO professional themselves, what would your advice be to them?
Test stuff out. I mean, you can go build a website on your own. Right now, exact match domains and rank and rents are fantastic ways to test the waters with no risk. Also go and just ask people for advice and again, try it. Like SEO is very much a try and fail game. I've asked people I've respected questions that has seemed to contradict what other people I respect. Like you said, there's a lot of opinions, and at the end of the day, just go and build. Go have fun. Go and build some sandbox sites. It costs you, pennies. You can probably host, and it's WordPress. Use WordPress and go and build, and that's the best way to learn is to test yourself.
Love it. I didn't see any of the questions come in. So for this episode to feel complete for you, any last comments or words, and how can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, so go ahead. You can reach out to me at matt@SEOgets.com. I'm on Twitter as well, LinkedIn. If you want to just chat local SEO, or a lot of our app is built by users. That heat map overview was completely the idea of one of our users. He said, "Hey, I'm building this in a Google Sheets. Can you build it for me?" And so we built it for him. So a lot of our ideas come from our users. We take a lot of user feedback. One other thing I didn't mention is we actually have the ability to store your Search Console data for up to 5 years.
Oh, okay.
There's a little bit of an add-on. That's the only thing that has an add-on per site, because again, that's storage, but everything else is included for less than $1 a day. And
well,
again,
actually, less than $1. But if you use the code, especially SEO Show for use SEO Show all caps for a discount code for 30% off. I was able to work out a deal with Matt here where I'm not getting any affiliate commission here. I'm passing all the savings to you guys. And so definitely check out, if you want to check it out, you save 30% off with SEO Show go to SEOgets.com to check out the tool. I mean, even if it's just for a month, just check it out and see if you like it. And I think there's some pretty cool tools that can really drive some valuable insights that can really return its value like immediately. So that's some great stuff there.
Optimize one page and we can see the improvement. Again, you can easily see your money back. So
Yep. All right, brother. Can you hold on for one quick? Well, everyone, let's give a round of applause. All right, Matt. Can you hold on for one quick second? Hold on for one quick second.
Yep. All right.
All right, guys. That concludes another episode of the SEO Video Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Please don't forget to support our sponsors. SearchAtlas.com. You can go to SEO.video/Atlas for a 7-day trial, and you can go to SEORockstars.net for $200 off. Use SEO Show, and then also check out magicpr.com and use SEO Show for, I believe, 10% off. All right, guys. I will see you guys next week. Peace out.
Thank you for watching. Hope you come back next week. Make sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss a thing. Hope you learn something new, because the vibe is incredible. From the special SEO professionals, SEO Video Show. Let's work. Want to see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre De Vera helping you step it up. No delay right now. Time to level up. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Woo!